Hi, my name is Christopher Howe, and I'm a musician. My music is definitely kind of influenced from like a little bit of the surf rock, the indie rock, and also some influences that just kind of have been around in my life, like jazz, and definitely the singer-songwriter world is what encompasses me the most, and that's what I truly love and aspire to. I first started playing guitar because my best friend at the time kind of joked around, and he was like, "Hey man, do you want to start a band?" And I was like, "I don't even have a guitar." And he's like, "Well, just go buy a guitar and we'll start a band tomorrow." And then I just went out and bought a guitar the next day and we just started jamming. And then my uncle had seen that I had started playing guitar and he's like, "Oh, we got to start jamming and playing songs." And it just kind of happened. It was a great outlet for everything else that was going on, whether I needed to write something to get it out of my system and translate it into art that way, or just to be able to talk to people who are also musicians. It's a universal language, and to be able to communicate with people and to understand that spiritual connection with music, it's a great part of my life, and I'm glad it is. My biggest influences right now are Ed Sheeran, because he's shown that you can be entertaining on stage with an acoustic guitar and a voice that's it. And Macklemore. He has written music that has resonated with so many people and touched so many people's lives. I think just having those two people as current inspiration has helped me a lot with my music in the last little while. But even outside of music, there's a lot of inspiration that I have, and whether it be just good human beings or people who just bring light into my life and make me kind of realize my full potential, those are the people that inspire me. The story behind Heroes, I wrote that song when I was 16 years old, and I actually wrote it like about 2 days after someone in my life had passed away, and that person being my uncle, Glenn Cotter. He was someone who just meant the world to me. I always joked around with him saying he was like a second father. He was like one of my best friends, and he was the one who actually got me into guitar. When he left my life and when he was gone, it was just like, it was startling at first, and then it just kind of just took me over, and I think the best way to kind of like deal with it was to write a song about it. I remember being 16, I wrote the song and I just didn't play it for like 3 years. Couldn't do it. Like, it just was too heavy for me. Every time I play it, I would tear up and I would get too emotional about it. Eventually, I just kind of came to terms with it and just started playing it, and then saw the response from it, and then somebody had actually messaged me on Facebook and just said like how the song really helped them. And I think that's at the point when I really decided, I was like, I want to start playing, like performing this more, and just kind of like putting the song out there, and hopefully that it will resonate with other people as well.
Silent guitars sit in the room. Now it's getting colder. A missing smile, a family of two, lie awake with no laughter.
I really wanted the video to embody what the true story was and what I had experienced, and just bring back the memories that I shared with my uncle. We wanted to come up with a concept that was just so truthful and just like right to the fact of what actually happened with myself. It was so amazing that I got to actually shoot it at the location that my uncle lived in, and it was his house. I mean, there's pictures of me and him jamming on guitar in the house, and then, you know, and all these memories are flooded throughout the place, and I think it takes you away. The rest of the room disappeared. I was there with my uncle's spirit. It was amazing, because he was such a great role model for me. He played offensive guard for the Toronto Argonauts, and to see that he made it and got his dream to be a part of his life, it makes me want to do that as well. When I stepped out onto the Argos field at the Rogers Centre, it was overwhelming. It's so much bigger than it looks on TV, and to stand there and just kind of be in the same position that my uncle was in on that field, and to know what it was like I can even imagine what it'd be like if the audience was there and cheering, and you're playing the game and the energy and everything else that was going on. But to even experience it in the one quarter that I did of that moment, it was just overwhelming. It took me away. I was like speechless, and it really helped me get into character and really helped me to like live out what we wanted to capture on film. And I think to this day, that memory will stand in my head as one of the top 10 moments of my entire life.